welcome to Cheap Joe's Art Stuff. My name is Julie and I'm here to impart some knowledge to you today via a 2-minute art tip. And today I've got a little bit of special nuggets for you about framing. You know, framing, it is, you know, like not my favorite. Creating, yes. Framing it, not so much. But, you know, after working in a frame shop for several years, I know there's several tricks that you can use that are super helpful, that keep you from having to start over from scratch. So I'm here to share a couple of those with you today. You ever notice that when you're cutting your own mats that you think you might have a little bit more miles out of a razor blade that's inside the mat cutter, and then you find out maybe you don't. So you get kind of sloppy corners and maybe some, you know, kind of unpretty edges and stuff like that. Well, a lot of times it's just that it didn't make a perfect cut all the way through, but it's actually usable. And so I'm going to show you how to kind of massage it in a way that can work. So what I have here is like a little cheap nail file. Don't go for a really coarse one, go for a pretty thin one. But as you can see here, we have a really messed up edge here. And so what you can do is actually file it, because generally it's just that little teeny, little fine piece of paper on the top that didn't come clean. So you can actually just file it to a perfectly clean edge with a nail file. And the same goes for interior edges. Sometimes those corners get a little bit, and you can actually clean them up this way. Okay, same premise is also true with if you have a dull blade. And so the overarching, you know, theme of this is change your blades often on your mat cutter. You don't have to go through this. But if you get caught, you don't want to scrap it completely, try this. If you notice that, like, if your blade is a little bit dull, when you initiate the cut on the corner, sometimes those intersections get a little, like, wonky looking and they don't look perfectly square. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of an overlap in the cut and it doesn't look really great. So what you can actually do is take a bone folder, which is a studio must have, I must say. It's like, this one's a medium-sized one. I think it's like $6, but for folding, creasing, burnishing, a lot of framing applications, this is really good. But what you can do is actually take the bone folder and run along those corners, and it actually causes the whole thing to lay down, because once you were cutting it from the back, it pushes it out a little bit. But a little bit of burnishing with a bone folder will actually correct that, you know, bulging out of the mat, and it lays down perfectly. You can't even see it. So you can salvage that mat. You don't have to throw it away, but just remember to change your blade after that, because this is a Hail Mary. So frame carefully, folks, and use these tips wisely, and we hope that you'll enjoy.